Hello, hello, hello. Yes, zu-wii-mama is back with another mob build for you today, and we have got, by the thumbnail, we've got what I can't remember what did we actually build? I can't even remember myself, to be honest with you. What was it? I genuinely at this point have completely forgot what. Oh, that's it, the Phantom. We are building the Phantom. We're building the Phantom today, and yeah, I had to sort of remaster it because we previously did the Phantom back in the day when I first started making mobs and videos, and I think the quality weren't particularly great. So I figured let's remake it, and I gone with a slightly different color palette, as you can see. It's a lot lighter than the other Phantom, although it does still have the same effect. And I'm sort of torn between which one I prefer the most, but I know that I do like the look of the Phantom. I really do. I don't know, there's something about the textures and colours. But anyway, let's get on to the colours, shall we? So we're kicking it off with blue concrete, light blue concrete. We got some light blue wool, which is lime concrete. We've got some lime wool. We've also got a little bit of terracotta, so we've got some light grey terracotta, white terracotta, and then to finish things off with a little bit of blue terracotta, and that will be the blocks for today. So we're kicking things off with a light blue concrete in the sky, and we're going to be predominantly using light blue concrete, some blue concrete, and some blue terracotta. So we're actually doing the base of the head so far, or yeah, I guess it's the base of the head, the chin area, whatever you want to call it. We're doing that, and I will, after I've did this little build here, do a little pause section for you. So if you're new around here, don't be discouraged yet, okay? Because what I do in a second is I make a little pause section on the screen for you. So what all you need to do is hit that pause button on your whatever you're watching it on YouTube. Push pause, and then all you do is copy that pattern down, and then move on to the next one. It's simple and effective. I think that's probably the best way to describe it. And there we go. And that is the first little section complete. Congratulations, and whoop-boo! There we go. That is the first pause section that I was talking about. And then what you do is just unpause and carry on with the video. Really easy. There we go. So now we're going to now sort of start building the head up. So we're going to use a little bit of lime wool mixed with the lime concrete, and that is the only lime you will need for the rest of this build. So you can get rid of the lime, you don't need it in your inventory anymore, and then dot a little bit of blue on top, and then the rest of this we're going to now fill in with the light blue, and boom, there we go. There is the front of your, why do I keep forgetting what this mob's called, your Phantom. That is the front head of your Phantom complete. Boom. Moving on to the next one. Right, do you know when I said to you a minute ago, get rid of the lime wool because you don't need it anymore? Well, guess what? I was completely wrong. We needed one bit there, okay? So now you can actually get rid of the lime wool and the lime concrete because you won't need it anymore. And this side of the head is exactly the same as the other side of the head. So once you've done this section, and we'll do a lovely little pause as always, but really, that's quite simple. I think you could have done that already by now. But if you need to pause it anyway, go ahead. And then, like I said, all we're going to do now is we're going to spin on round to the other side and copy that exact same pattern all the way across. And we're nearly there with the head. So that is it. And yeah, the hardest bit is yet to come because the wings are quite big. And they did take me a little while to sort of perfect, I must admit. And here we go, this pause section is nearly complete. There we go, and now spinning onto the top of the head this time, and all we're going to do is get your light blue concrete out again, and we're going to put a little bit here and there like that. I'm trying to go very slow because I'm really cautious of people now sort of saying that I go too fast. So I'm really cautious now when I'm building to make sure I go slow enough for people to see what's happening. So we got to do a nice little two weird little notches of blue like that, and then fill in with a little bit of terracotta, light blue. No, it's not light blue terracotta, it's blue terracotta, isn't it? And then, even though it looks really purple, doesn't it? It's really bizarre. And then we're going to use a bit little light grey terracotta with some white terracotta, and that is the top of your head. And yet again, boom, pause it. Pause it. Pause it. Now you can unpause it because we're going to move on to the next section. I think I've gone slightly insane, so I do apologise today. I'm really feeling a bit loopy in the head. Right, the pink. remember, if you're new around, well, you wouldn't remember if you're new around here, but if you are new around here, these blocks mean nothing to you, okay? It's just me measuring things out and showing you where you will be placing the next section. So all in all, you're coming across by 5 and out by a total of 9. So it's a 5 by 9 grid, and once you've done that, boom, you can whack on your next little pattern. So there we go. There we go. How easy is that? Easy as peas. I don't even know if peas are easy, but it sounds alright. There we go. Right. So you need to be very, I don't know why I'm saying very too much, but you need to be very careful where you're placing this block, because if you place this block wrong, you're going to mess up the whole build. So from the back of the hedge, you need to come out by a total of 6 blocks, and then by 9. So it should be, the 9 should be in line with the back of the I don't know what part of the mob that's called yet, but it's the bum part, let's say. Okay, so remember, 6 blocks out in total from the back of the head there, and then bring that all the way down. It should be a total of 9 blocks, and just stop it right there like that. Okay, now get your fingers ready to hit that pause button, because yes, you've guessed it, pause section, pause section. I really need to have some sort of weird little thing there, I don't know if when we're pausing it, but anyway, you get the idea. So the only reason why I put the pink there is just so it doesn't distract you, because if I just left it like that underneath, it would be very confusing to do a pause section. So that's the whole reason why I put it there. But you can use any other block that you want. You don't necessarily need to use pink, because you know what I'm like, I like to use pink or light blue, but we can't use light blue on this one because I already used it in the build itself. So we're going to now place 3 white terracotta along the center there, and then we're going to come out by a total of 4 white terracotta from the right, and then place 2 light grey terracotta like so, and like so, and then place 1 on the end like that. Okay, so I'm going very slow on this bit because you need to get it right. So from this side again, so you come out by 3 in total, and then we're going to do light grey terracotta again, step down on a diagonal and do another 2, and then finish it off by a single block on the end there. Okay, so you should have something looking a little bit like that. It's very difficult to pause it now because, you know, the patterns are all mixing in with the patterns underneath and the colours underneath, alright? So I'll just talk you through this section. So now we're going to come up by a total of 2 blocks, and then we're going to come across by 2, and then we're going to place another 2 light grey terracotta on the end there. So again, from the center, we're going to go to the right this time, 2 white terracotta, and then 2 light grey. Back to the center again, we're going to go up by 1, 2, 3 white terracotta, and then switch to your light grey terracotta and 1 on the end like that, and then we're going to come out by a further 3 light grey terracotta from either side. So you should have some looking a little bit, if you can see, because like I said, it's a bit tricky with all that colours underneath a pattern like that. Okay, don't get scared, because this might be a bit intimidating right now. So in a second, we're going to add on all the colour in between the sort of the bony sections that we just did, like so. So you need to get your blue wool, your light blue concrete, and terracotta, and you're going to fill in all the colours in between. So from the dead center at the back of the tail, we're going to now place some blue terracotta like that, and then we're going to switch to our white terracotta and go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to do some grey terracotta, and then some back to your blue terracotta as well. So you should have something looking a little bit like that so far. And then we're going to switch back to our light grey terracotta, and then do a weird little pattern like that, and then switch back to your blue. It's a lot of switching here, isn't there? Switch back to your blue terracotta, and then finish up by a line of 4 white terracotta with 2 light grey terracotta on the end, and we will do our little infamous pause section. If you're still with me at this point, congratulations, because guess what, we are nearly there. Literally, we've just got the tips of the wings to do and just the base of the tail here, so we're going to carry on with the base. So from the sort of front end, let's say, looking towards the end, we're going to do a line of blue terracotta, and then we're going to switch to the light grey terracotta, and then do like a T shape, let's say, upside down, and then we're going to go back to the blue terracotta, and then like that, okay. And then we're going to go back to a light grey terracotta, do a nice little line, and essentially copying the pattern that's already there. and then like that, and then we're just going to leave it like that, and that is it. Congratulations, you have now completed your tail. So like I said, all you need to do now is the two ends of the wings of the Phantom, and we're all done. So we're nearly there. That we the last hurdles, I promise you. This bit is relatively straightforward, and it's only a single layer of blocks. So you should have something looking a little bit like this right now. And here we go. Like I said, we're going to now get on the wings, and this bit spans out quite a bit, so make sure you do have enough room. I'm just purely putting these markers here just so it doesn't confuse you with the patterns in a minute when we do our little paw section, so you can distinguish which sections you're actually building next. So you're going to start off with one light grey terracotta, and then come out by a further white terracotta, and then you want to finish it up by putting 3 light grey terracotta on the end. So remember, it's 1 light grey terracotta, then by 9 white terracotta, and then a further 3 light grey terracotta on the end. And then once you've done that, you need to fill in this pattern. It's quite self-explanatory from the paw section there. You can really figure out it should be a total of 9, and it goes no longer than the actual main structure and the main body of the Phantom. So remember, the Phantom come up by a total of 9. So that's one wing done. So all we're going to do now is switch on and do the other side. So remember, I'm just going to mark these out yet again, just so it doesn't confuse you with the patterning in a second. And then we're going to remember our light grey terracotta and place 1 like so, and then get white terracotta and bring that out by a further 9 all the way to the end. Well, not to the end because that's a bit crazy. And then we're going to put 3 light grey terracotta, and then all we're going to do now is do a little bird's eye view, and we're going to do a paw section. Boom! There we go. And like I said, that end column, which is the longest one, is a total of 9, okay, and it goes no longer than the main part of the body. And that is it. Congratulations. Woo! You have now done yourself a Phantom, and it's my Phantom remastered. It's just a little sneaky preview of the Elder Guardian, which I've been working on, and since I did this video to now, it's completely looking so much better and so different. But that's the closest colour I could actually get to replicate the Elder Guardian. So if anyone's interested in that, just stick around, because that will be a upcoming video nevertheless. Anyway, I've been zu-wii-mama, and I'll see you soon. Bye.